Oh,
Well, I mean, you could, but it was really complicated.
that's fun. Not.
So now I just question everything.
This class, I feel like based on that one with the teacher, it was pretty much talk about whatever you want to talk about and learn whatever you can learn from each other because that's what we're here for.
Right. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I'm looking at number 18 and I'm looking at like my work. And I'm trying to remember how I did it now. So you know the formula for the z-score, where it's the z-score equals the value minus divided by the standard deviation.
Yeah.
Did you do that for me? Did you see that formula?
Yeah.
So at number 18, you know you're trying to solve for x. You don't know what the number is that is the 66th percentile, but you know from the other problems previous, you know what the mean is, and you know what the standard deviation is.
Okay.
So it's 0.412 equals x minus 90 divided by 0.75.
0.412. Okay.
And then if you just solve that for x,
okay, I understand how to do
that's
it.
how you get the 90.30. Yeah, there was way too much math on this one.
Yeah. Okay. All right, thank you.
Well, I feel like it was a lot of like basic math as I like read through all the through the material. It was a lot of just like solve for X or solve for this, and here's the missing piece. Can you solve in the puzzle what they're asking for type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I once I got it to that form, it wasn't too bad, but sometimes figuring out what the variables or what was supposed to be in each of those positions was tricky. And then using that little applet that they have took me a little while. Do we want to go through the homework quiz, or do we want to go through the homework? Or the group quiz, I mean?
Do we do the group quiz? And that Bailey, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, let's go through the group quiz then. We're on 5, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Right. No, you're not crazy.
5 weeks into the course, and yet we're only on like week 2 or 3.
5, yeah, so I think it's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this 2 lessons a week is brutal.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot more work than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys there?
So I guess you just go to number 3 after you've done the. Does everybody have it up?
Yeah, I have it up.
Yeah, I've got it. Okay.
So number 3, 1.
Yep.
Number 3 is 1. Is that what you're saying?
All of the probabilities have to add up to 1.
Correct. Okay.
Number 4 is false.
Yep. Curve is symmetric. Is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a symmetrical bell-shaped curve.
Yeah. Okay. It is.
C is the z-score.
Yeah, it's the C's, right?
Yeah.
C.
Yeah, because it's both the C's at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, say that again.
So if you look at, like, I opened up the little, like,
Applet.
yeah, the applet, and that tells you what each of the things is, like what the area is and what each of the z-scores is, and you can enter data into the bottom two in order to get the other one, or vice versa, I would assume.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I kind of glanced at it through the homework, but
Oh, you're fine.
I don't know how to do it really. Do you mind showing me?
Yeah, so if you open up the, oh, okay, so if
It's
you
at the
look
top
at,
of here.
if you look at page 8 in the homework, if you're looking at the homework, or if you look at the applet, or whatever that you call that, is that what it's called, an
Yeah,
applet?
it's actually, there's a link in this group quiz at the very top under information. It's like blue. It says normal probability applet. If you click that, it should open it up. It's basically
Oh,
a web page.
Okay.
And that tells you what each of them are, and I'm assuming what you can do with that is just kind of fill in different blanks, and that will give you different answers.
Yeah,
Okay.
it moves, and you can move the lines. You can highlight and unhighlight the blue.
Fancy.
Sort of like a calculator.
Like that magic spreadsheet we had a couple weeks ago, right?
Exactly like that, yeah.
I like those magic things, and I
Yeah,
don't
they're nice.
know exactly how they work, right?
Yeah.
At least a little bit, but not enough, not too much. Bailey, does that make sense to you? Or do you have more questions about that?
No, I'll figure that out later.
No, did you find, well, I don't want you to not understand it. Do you see the applet? Were you able to open it?
Yeah, and I typed in the 0.8413 at the top.
Oh,
But
so
you don't have to, the question's not, you don't have to do anything. It's just asking you of the things it's pointing to in that graph or chart,
which one?
which one is the z-score? Is it
Oh,
A,
okay.
B, or C?
And C, in that circumstance, no matter what numbers you type in there, is always going to be the z-score. If you use that applet, no matter what information you type in the top, the z-score is always going to be those two pieces of the pieces of information that are at the bottom.
No,
Okay, that's good to know.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. With the following, which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1? Is that the
B.
area?
Yeah, that's the area B.
So it would be A. Oh, B.
B, because the red line on the right, the z-score is 1.
Uh-huh.
So if it's asking you which one would be greater than 1, it would be area B, which isn't shaded.
If it was less than 1, then we could say technically area A, because all of that is less than 1.
It would, if it was the z-score, yes, you're right. Yeah, if it was less than 1, yes.
Okay. So on this one, then it's B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. According to the 68, 95, 90 something, what percentage of the data from a bell-shaped distribution will be within 1 standard deviation of the mean?
68.
That's the 68, yeah. Those numbers are basically like 1, 2, 3. The first number, the 68, is 1 standard deviation. The second number is 2, and the third one's 3.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that what it's asking? No, write your answer as a percentage, such as 42.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so yeah, so it would just be 68%.
Yeah. So is that always how it is with that rule? The 68
Yeah.
is always one standard deviation. The 70, I mean the 90.
95 is 2 standard deviation units,
Okay.
and then the third one is 3.
Okay. Suppose. So is that the area? Is the area the answer to that? Or how do you?
Yeah. So it's 0.6827 is what mine came up with. I didn't. I just opened it up and took the blue out of the left and the right areas, so only the big hump between the 1 and the -1 is highlighted.
Only the big hump between the 1 and the -1 is highlighted or unhighlighted?
Yeah, is blue. So the other 2 sides of that chart should be white.
Okay. Yeah, I got
the area should be the answer if I understand how to use
Is
it.
that correct?
What's that?
0.6827.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Oh, you're good.
So it'd be 683 based on how they're saying we have to answer.
Yeah.
0.6973.
Yeah, 0.683.
Is that right?
0.683. Is that what you got, Bailey?
0.697.
Okay, so on yours, Bailey, at the bottom, does it say -1 and 1 for those z-scores in the applet?
No.
Okay, so change those numbers to that.
Okay.
And it should say where it's blue on both sides, it should like say 0.3 something.
0.317.
Okay, so unclick the left blue and unclick the right blue and click the middle part.
Okay.
It's okay. It took me a hot minute too. And Greg said that. I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. That can't be right. The middle part's white. It has to be 0.3. And then I was like, oh, that blue part needs to be, that middle part needs to be blue.
Okay. .3027.
Okay, so does yours say -1 on the left and 1 on the right of the z-score?
0.6827.
Yep, that's what
Okay.
did you get it?
I just keep putting it in the wrong
Okay.
place or something.
Okay.
683. Okay.
So we want to do the same thing, but now we're going to take it out to -2, right?
Yep. And so if you just put one of the sides in, like if you just put 2, it'll fill in the other one.
Okay. I got 0.9545.
Me too.
Is that what you got, Greg?
Yeah. So
So
0.955 is.
let's put the 0 in front. That might be helpful. Okay.
We need to have a 0 before.
Yeah, like 0.9 or 0.6.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay. 3.
Okay, the next one's for -3. Okay, I got 9973.
Me too.
Is that the Kim Possible ringtone?
You got it.
Oh my gosh, that like brings me back to like my childhood.
Right.
Seriously though. Okay. That's hilarious. All right. 12. Look carefully at your answers to the last two questions. What do you observe?
Hey,
Yeah, I say A. Wow, that's amazing. I shouldn't be amazed at that, but that's amazing.
it is.
Like, that's exactly perfect.
So like I actually if you bookmark this website, like you use this thing pretty much on almost every problem in the homework assignment. So
And it was super helpful.
yeah. If you put the number in the right place, it works better. But yeah, no, it works good if you know which one to put where.
But if you don't, you're like, crap.
Exactly. You're like, which one do I plug it into?
You're like, I tried that one and I get two, because do we get 2 shots on the homework? I can't
And
remember.
then the homework, like some of it involves you use this applet to get the answer, and then you have to use math. Once you get the answer to the area or the z-score, you have to do the calculation after you use it.
Yuck.
That's annoying.
Maybe that's why they have us do our group thing before we do our homework. Maybe it was smart that I didn't do the homework before. But also smart that Greg did it so that he better understood how the applet works. So thank you, Greg.
You're welcome.
And Bailey for doing it too.
I don't know that I understand how it works, but I know how to like shade in blue thing.
Hey, you're one step ahead of most people. So you knew more than I did coming in. I had read the material and I was like, oh, this is like basic math. I just got to plug in the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 is A, then we decided, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, no.
Here we go.
I think math.
Okay. Please, I thought we were going to get off easy. I'm going to go get a pen so I can help.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. The mean is 0.65. The standard deviation is 0.07.
All right, Greg, you sound like the all-knowing one. I feel like you should help.
I'm just writing stuff down. So those are the key numbers that to pull out of here is the mean, which is the 0.65, and the standard deviation, which is the 0.07.
Okay.
And then the formula is, I should probably have this memorized, but I don't. So the z-score formula is z-score, and then I write this down every time I do it, otherwise I forget, is equal to the observed value minus the mean divided by standard deviation. So in most of these formulas, we know 2 of those 4 things already. It's the 0.65 and the 0.07.
Okay.
So the first question.
So
I got
observed value. Is the observed value 0.6?
Yeah.
0 minus 0.65 gives you a negative 0.05 divided by 0.07. Is that right?
So 0.6 minus 0.65.
Yes, I got 0.714.
So negative 0.714.
Negative, thank you.
0.05 divided by 0.07. So negative 0.714, is that what you guys said?
Yeah, so if you go to the applet, I think this is how we're supposed to do this, and type in 0.7143
In the z-score?
in the z-score.
714.
7143, or yeah, 714.
Okay.
Sorry, what proportion of the population that is less than 0.6?
So that would still be negative 0.714, right? Because it's
Yeah,
not asking for the area. Maybe.
When I put negative 714 and 714 as the z-scores, it came up with 0.5248. Is that right?
yeah, so the way that by the way, the homework tutorial video, like
Okay.
where they go through each question,
Uh-huh.
is like really the way to go, because when I look at the answer key doesn't tell you anything, but the video is really good. He goes through every single problem.
Oh.
But yeah, so the way that I think you read this is when you plug in that z-score based on the 0.6, what that means is the probability is 52% of the people have that protein requirement, if that's how that thing's phrased.
Okay. What portion of the population has a protein measurement? So by giving them the z-score, then we know the area of the total population in this circumstance that would have that meet the requirements of that z-score. Is that correct?
Yeah, and here's where I get confused is the shading.
Oh.
Because you see how when you shade the left side, it changes, and we change it, So this is where I got confused.
So, and they're asking for is less than 0.6. So would that be the portion that's just the left side?
It should be, because the mean is 0.65, so it's less than the mean.
So we would not want the middle parts shaded. We only want
I
the
think the
left-hand
right way is if only the left side shaded.
Okay.
And then this will be one of those ones where if we get it wrong,
Then we know it's the middle?
exactly, or it's the left and the middle. But I think it should just be the left, because
You want less than the standard deviation.
you want less than the mean.
Sorry. I'm gonna look at the stuff to see if there's anything else.
So I'm going to put 238.
Yeah, 238. 238. Oh.
Oh yeah, so now it's asking for the protein requirement that is more than 60.6.
So that would be just the right-hand side?
Well, it would be, yes.
So it would be the 0.2.
I think it'd be the middle and the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's asking us basically between the last two questions, it adds up to the 1.
Yes, yes. Okay, so it would be 0.62. I mean 0.762, sorry.
I think so.
Okay. We're trusting you, and
I probably am wrong, but
hey,
No, I agree with that. Sounds good.
that sounds right to me, because I mean we're saying the z-score is that negative 0.714, which is our baseline. Yeah. Then anything above that would be above it, and below that would be below it.
Right, and between those last two questions, they're asking us for the whole spectrum, so it should add up to 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now we have a new number to crunch.
Okay.
0.7 minus 0.65 divided by 0.07.
So it would be the same number but positive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So does that mean the z-score significantly shifts, or how does that work?
No, the z-score doesn't move. The z-score is another way of looking at measuring from the mean, and the unit of measure is the standard deviation.
Okay.
So like if the z-score was 1, that means it's 1 standard deviation unit, which in this case is 0.07 grams, away from the mean, which is 0.65 grams.
Wait, say that one more time.
I know, this is the part that threw me. So the 0 on the probability app is the mean, which in this problem we're working on is 0.65. And the standard deviation for this problem is 0.07. So if the z-score was 1, that means you're 1 standard deviation unit, which is 0.07, away from the mean, which is 0.65. So when the z-score is 0.7143,
Yeah.
you're 0.7143 of a standard deviation unit.
So it's almost like a percentage. Like I'm saying,
yes, exactly.
71% of a full standard deviation, and somehow those two numbers saying negative and positive of that give me an area of how much that covers from a regular of that standard deviation.
Yes.
Okay, I think I understand.
Yeah, it's super confusing. I've probably wrote that down like 50 times, and I still have to look back at it.
So a z-score is just essentially saying how much of a standard deviation do you have? Like what is your actual exact standard?
It's distance from the mean in standard deviation units. They're going to be different for every problem.
And standard deviation units are like 1, 2, 3, 4, but you could have a percentage of a 1 standard deviation based on the numbers away from the mean.
Yeah. But keep in mind, the standard deviation isn't necessarily like a clean number like 1 or 2. In this case, it's 0.07.
Yeah, it's always going to be a percentage based on whatever information you have as your mean and your standard deviation.
Yep.
Or your observed value and your standard deviation, whatever it is. Okay. Thank you for explaining that to me. I think that makes sense.
Hopefully it's right.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, they're showing it as 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then they're showing it as the area. So the z-score is whatever the actual number is for the piece that you're given to figure that out. Somehow that makes sense. So for this one, since the standard deviation is positive, then are we basically just working from the other side?
Yeah. Yes.
714 would be the answer for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. The question I was asking, what proportion of the population has less than 70?
Okay.
So
we want the left two?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah, because 70 is 1 deviation from the middle, right? No,
it's a little less than 1 deviation.
But it's to the right. So we're working off of the z-score on the right as our baseline. Anything to the left would be less. Anything above to the right would be more. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing as the opposite, that everything to the left was more than 60 before on the one chunk, and then everything to the right was more than that. Right?
Yep.
So so I'm sorry. So you're putting the middle and the left?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah, and the other one, it was, hey, this left one was the one, the standard deviation we went off of a negative. Everything above that was considered above 60. Everything this way was below that. No, sorry, everything this way was below it. Everything this way was above it.
This is the mean deviation.
Is that right, or
Yeah,
is
but
it the opposite?
what's throwing me off is that we used a different observed value, but we're basically getting the same answer.
Right.
This is what we got.
Okay.
So 70 is right here, right?
Mhm.
7.
Less than 70 is what we want.
Mhm.
So this is the answer.
Think so, yeah.
Okay.
Is your husband good at statistics?
Have him jump on the call for it.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
well,
time.
Yeah, I've taken a statistics class before, but it's been a little while. So,
Hey, you probably know more than we do. My husband hates school. You know more than my husband does.
okay.
He's an engineer, so I figured
Doesn't mean I know statistics.
it means you know math.
More about numbers than the rest of us.
Okay, so are we going with 762?
Go back.
So I would say yes
That feels right, but we'll see if we get number 15 wrong.
is less than yes
Yeah.
because it's the flipped answer.
No, that's right.
Right, and because the 70 is on the right side of the mean, it feels like you need to have the middle and the left-hand side.
Okay, so 14 we are going. Oh wait, is that 14?
15.
So the same answer as 14.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, no. It is
Same
the
answer is
isn't
14.
it?
Okay, good. I meant 14. Thank you.
Yeah, that seems weird that it's the same answer, but they're probably trying to trick us.
Just because
But it's the flipped of the more than and the less than.
Okay.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a good point.
So we'll hope that's right. So then that means that it's just 0.238 then, right? Or wait.
between
Which one? Are we on 16?
Wait, now I'm confused. Was that the answer to 15 or 14? Or
Both. I
Okay.
have that for both. Which
Okay, that's right then, yes.
15? I'm not sure about 15 anymore, but
I guess we'll find out.
okay.
Ty
So
said 15's
16.
right. So.
Oh, okay, we'll go with what he says. We'll see what they think.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'll go with the
If
person.
it's less, then you pick everything to the left of your Z-score.
Oh,
So,
cool. Makes sense to me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
less than, greater than.
Yeah, okay.
So 16, like we have to solve two equations, one for the 0.6 value and one for the
This is
0.7
just
value.
between.
Okay.
Well, the thing with that is that the z-score is the same between those two.
Well, but one's positive and one's negative, right? One's
Yeah.
Right.
negative
So
point.
it just wants the middle area.
That's hint. Remember that to find the area between two values, shade to the left of each z-score, you calculate and then subtract the smaller area from the larger area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
to do
basically,
that, it's just the center area.
That'd be 0 then, right?
No.
is it 0.5248?
Yeah.
Yep. Wait, go back up to.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you have like a 52% chance that someone will be within that range.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay. So give your answers as a decimal. So 5, 2,
Oh,
5.
yeah, more than. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. No, you got it.
Okay, so 525 then is the answer for 16.
That's what I'm putting.
All right, I feel great
I
about
don't know if it's the answer.
Yep.
Hey, our statistics expert says so.
Good, we'll get to that.
I hear his voice like in the background going, yes, that's the right answer. And it feels like the spirit or something telling me, yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Like,
It's
that's
the
right.
small voice in the background.
Yes,
Don't
not
say that, then you'll get it wrong.
anything, but it's fine.
We just jinxed ourselves.
We thought it up ourselves. Okay.
30.
Find the 35th percentile for the protein requirement for adults.
Now we have to take the z-score backwards.
Okay, could someone explain to me how we do that?
Okay, so this is one of those ones where you use the same formula,
Okay.
and like I'm going to put in 0.7143, which is the z-score, right?
Okay.
Equals to the observed value, which in this case is x. We don't know what the number is for the 35 percentile,
Okay.
minus the mean, which is
Equation.
0.65
So this is
over 0.07.
this is the mean. This is the
Then-
standard deviation.
So you multiply both sides by 0.07.
So how do we know that this will get us to the 35th percentile?
Plus
I think
65.
it's 0.7.
Now do it again and see if you get this number. You can see if you
Okay.
did it right. Which is 0.02 divided by 0.07.
Bailey, I feel like you know something we don't. Would you
So I'm just taking the z-score and kind of doing it backwards. So we don't know x, but
Yeah,
we know the mean and the standard deviation. Okay,
Yeah.
and then we know that that will equal
Here's the score.
0.35. That's our z-score, right? So
Yep.
what we have to do is just go backwards from that. So we multiply
times
35.
7?
Yeah,
I got 0.70.
so, and then, so 0.35 times 0.07.
Yeah, I got 0.69. Is that right?
I got 0.70. Did you use 0.7143 for the z-score?
No, I used 0.714.
Yeah, that's
So-
probably-
So we need to forget about that old z-score
Right.
and just take 0.35 as our new z-score
Yep.
because we are in the 35th percentile.
They're basically giving you your z-score right there in the text.
So now we need to find the value of x.
Okay.
Here, let me share my screen and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
Stay with us.
Okay. All right. So here we don't know x. Okay. So
That's what you're
but
trying
we
to find.
know our mean, and that's 65
Right.
divided by
0.65,
the
right?
standard deviation. And we know that this will equal, this will equal 0.35, okay? So to go backwards, all we have to do is multiply 0.35 by 0.07, which is 0.0245.
And that equals x minus.
X minus 65, so then we add 65.
Isn't it 0.25?
No, it's 65.
0.65 is the mean.
You're given the mean earlier then.
Yeah.
Is it?
Can you go back up and look?
Oh. No, you're right. You're right. Okay.
No, you're totally fine. So then would that mean it's 0.651715?
Just a second. Plus 0.65. 0.6745. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys were right. My bad. All right.
No, you're fine.
Because I'm still thinking in like percentage numbers, I think.
No, you're fine. I think that's normal. I think we all do that, good or bad.
I mean, it says percentile, so.
Yeah.
They try and trick you.
I know.
So then the answer for 17, does that mean it's 0.675?
I think so.
Yeah.
You're rounding, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So 3 decimals.
Okay.
And the
0.675.
80th percentile. So we're going to do the same thing, but with the 80th percentile.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, never got calculating.
No.
Okay.
I got 0.706.
So did I.
Greg, is that what you got?
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at Bailey's calculator.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, that's okay.
So 706.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can you show your screen one more time, Bailey?
Oh, yeah, am I not?
It goes away when.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And if you speak, it'll work.
Oh, I can
Oh,
click.
I
I
see.
can click
Okay.
on it. Too. Okay.
Yeah, so just click on my screen and it'll
So
stay there.
x minus the mean divided by the standard deviation equals what you're searching for, which in this case is the 80th percentile. Okay.
Yeah, except since we have the z-score now, we're searching for the x. So now all we have to do is times these two and then add 0.65 to that.
So was 0.706 then that was the answer for 18.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to you, Greg, or did you get something different before?
Well, I remember doing it different on the homework, but I don't know that I was doing it right. So the way that you just showed it made sense to me.
That seems fairly
It
easy.
totally does.
If that's as easy as it is, I like that.
Yep.
Good.
I vote yes for that.
Yeah.
Good.
So thank you, husband.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
You're welcome.
I figured that out on my own.
Thank you, Phil Schoolboy.
Bailey for having smart intellect, and thank you, husband, for inspiring whatever it took me out of her brain.
It's fine. You're fine. I'm just teasing.
Okay. All right. Are we good with that? Do we want to submit and see how good or bad we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how we did, guys. Maybe we got lucky.
Drum roll.
Guys, we only got one wrong.
Whoa.
Is it bad that I feel pretty good about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I'm good with.
Fine about it.
I'll sleep tonight.
I'll sleep good with a 19 out of 20.
Yeah, I'm good with a 95%. That's good. Awesome.
So what was that one?
Oh, but that's because I
Bailey, did you lead us astray?
no no. I thought I did it right.
I thought we did it right too, but unless you guys want to sit on here for another 20 minutes and try and figure things out, I'm totally good with 19 out of 20. But it's up to you guys. I will stay on if you guys would like a better score.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
I feel good about that. And then Bailey, is 6 o'clock like a better time for you? Or so the thing I was going to tell you guys, I'm not going to be in Utah for like a week. I'm going to be in Hawaii next week. So yeah. And it's like a 4 hour ahead. So I have no idea what I'm going to be doing and where I'm going to be doing it, but I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
To be here.
Well, this time is honestly better for me because kids are in bed and it doesn't matter if Ty's here or not, usually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in California time, so like this is like on Monday especially, like that'd be like when we're going to bed and doing family home evening and all that. So
okay. Do we maybe put us with 6 o'clock on Monday then, and then on Wednesdays we could do 8:30 to try and accommodate everybody? Is that okay, or what do you guys think?
yeah, Wednesday's easier for me to do later than Monday.
Okay. Bailey, is that okay with you? And then Wednesdays will be easier, and Monday, if you have kids screaming, we'll just be okay with it.
Okay. Sounds great.
So, okay. Yeah, then we'll do that. And I'll do my very best. If I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, I'll let you guys know, and I can either walk somebody through how to get this stuff started. I'm hoping we're not really, it's a pretty low-key trip, so hopefully I can just jump on and get done whenever we need to get done when we need to. But worst case scenario, I can maybe just do it on my phone.
Okay.
So I'll keep you guys posted, though.
Okay.
All right.
So,
have fun in Hawaii.
I will try. It's kind of a morning trip, if that makes sense. My mom passed away I think I told Greg, but my mom passed away 7 weeks ago. So this is a trip to celebrate what would have been my mother's birthday and then Mother's Day with my dad and my husband. So, I mean, it'll be a good trip, but.
Right. Okay.
I hope it's as good as I want it to be. So we'll see.
Okay. Just stay away from the volcanoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to the island that has volcanoes. Thank goodness. Otherwise I'd be like, cancel. I'm not going anymore.
Yes.
So yeah. But I'll keep you guys posted. So thanks, guys, and I hope you guys have a good week.
You too. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.